Well, this is my new toy. I got it off of that Let Go thing. I don't have Facebook and all that mess, so I can't use Marketplace. Didn't see nothing on Craigslist. I actually was looking for this for a purpose. This is a Coleman CT 200U mini bike. It's one with the bigger tires and all that good mess. Got a 6 horsepower motor. Man, I paid $150 for this thing. I have got a specific use for it, and y'all will be impressed. The guy said it's been in storage for a few years. Got it out, gonna crank it up. Didn't run. His kids are too old for it anyway, as far as, you know, just riding around and beating around and being kids. So he sold it. He put it on the market for like $300 to begin with, and then ended up marking it down to $150. He couldn't get it to run. It was pretty obvious when I met the fella that he's not the mechanically inclined type. Nothing against him. There's, you know, not everybody is. And I am certainly by no means any kind of master mechanic. But I opened the gas cap on this son of a gun, and you ought to smell that gas. I wish I could make you smell it through the video, but I'm hoping it's that simple. I'm going to pull the tank off, drain it, clean the crap out of it. I'm going to pull the fuel lines off, clean it, and then I'm going to pull the carburetor off and clean it real good. Pretty straightforward, simple, small carb. Let's see what we can do with it. Well, the doggone thing's a hair too long for my little work table. Oh well, ratchet straps. Nah, that ain't sketchy at all. Oh well, we'll get to it. Let's just try to not to drop this son of a gun and break our leg, foot, whatever it decides to hit on the way down. Alright guys, gas tank off, cleaned out. That gas was nasty. I found some rust in there, put some emery cloth on a, let me get over here. There was some rust down in the back corner back there. Got some emery cloth on a screwdriver and some Croil put in there, scraped it up, got it nice and clean, got the rust out, rinsed the thing out with some 100% pure gas. I never use regular pump gas in small engines, that's just me. And pulled the air cleaner off, which the air cleaner certainly is not factory. Well, what have we here? That is not factory. I might do a little figure and find out what kind of carburetor this thing is. Evidently somebody did some kind of performance modifications, and I probably need to figure out exactly what they did. But in the meantime, I'm just going to do a straight out pull this carb off, clean everything out really good. If I need new gaskets, I will make some gaskets out of some material that I have, and then we're going to put it back together and see if it'll fire up. I hope it's that simple. If it's that simple, that'd be awesome, you know. $150 for a mini bike that all it needed was a carb cleaning and some new gas. We shall see. I'm going to pull this off. I'm not going to video every little thing, pulling this off, that off, and all this stuff, unless I run into something that I think might need to be conveyed to somebody else. Otherwise, this is pretty straightforward. Pop it off, soak it, take it apart, clean it, put it back together, roll with it. I'll let you later. Well, carburetor's out. Got it soaking in some diesel fuel. Everything in there was froze up. The butterfly, the choke, it was all gummed up real bad. I might get lucky on this booger. We'll see. Nah, that's gonna soak a while. I'm fixing to go cut a lot of grass. Be back this afternoon. Okay, this is actually being shot before everything else. I got this old dolly here. I got a project in mind. I hadn't got the main part of it yet. I'll pick it up tomorrow. Now, exactly how do I turn this dolly that I can stand to spare into a trailer for a mini bike? Let's see. I put them casters on it. It's one of them dollies that can go either way. You can use it like this way. You can use it that way, or you can take the handle. You can take the handle out and stick it there and use it as like a push cart. I did put bigger wheels, bigger casters on it because the ones that were on it were crappy. But let's see. I'm gonna turn this into a trailer to pull behind my mini bike while I'm hunting. Because I'm getting old. I just don't feel like toting corn and stuff no more. Let's get to it. Alright, I turned the handle around, drilled some new holes, put the handle kind of sort of backwards right there. And, okay, yeah, that's where we at. Alright, got one more set of holes drilled, and of course, we go to the parts bin, we find the most mismatched bolts we can find, because I'm cheap and I really don't feel like going anywhere, and I was kind of worried about them nuts might come off. So you know what, hey, I put the welder on them, they ain't going nowhere. Next step, we got to do a trailer hitch. Well, there we go, we got a trailer. A bunch of rebar that I had laying around, and I got a little bit extra from my neighbors because I needed to finish it up. Simple hand truck. It's like a skid basket for an ambulance. It'll work perfect. T-post that I had laying around, and a Harbor Freight trailer hitch. And that's it. Now it needs to be cleaned up and painted, and then we get the other part of the project, which I'm supposed to pick up tomorrow. Alright, I give y'all the Deer Dragger 3000. I made a new front rack for this old bike. That's a gas mask. I think it's a Czech Republic gas mask bag, rubberized, that I got off of eBay. I had that anyway. I had it a long time ago, but I slapped it up there at perfect width. Made a little bracket for that. Come on down here to the trailer, and this son of a gun works like a champ. It is perfect. Whoever did the original souping up on this thing, that was a factory carburetor, but when they took the governor off, they didn't consider the throttle throw, which explains my fat ass being thrown off of this thing. 1/8 of a turn of that throttle equaled 0 to full throttle down here. So I rectified that, gave myself a resistance spring, and repositioned my throttle cable a little bit. Now it takes about half or better rotation on the hand throttle to give me full throttle down here on the motor. A lot more control. Won't be chunking my fat ass on the ground again. I hope y'all enjoyed that, by the way. Everything else is pretty straightforward. It's a mini bike. Did I'm screw it? Wow, I'm messing up the video here. Definitely had to put some wrap on that exhaust. I burnt the living mess out of my leg with that thing. But let's back out here. There we go. Good boy, Justin. So here we are. I have got a deer hauler made out of a old hand cart I wasn't using no more, and a bunch of scrap metal that I wasn't using anymore. The only money I got tied up in this thing is the actual mini bike, that trailer hitch, because I had the ball laying around. All the rest of the metal I had laying around, and I did replace a couple of I replaced the primary jet and replaced the seals on the secondary jet on the carburetor. So got lucky there. Total price less than $200 in this thing, and I'll haul a deer or corn or hog anywhere I want. I'll let y'all later. Let's go put some stands up.